Ah, yes, first rant of 2024. It's been a while, if only because the news tends to depress me rather than enrage me. No, the stupidity of the twatter is what tends to get on my nerves these days, and I blame V for that. Speaking of things on the twatter that gets on my nerves, this. Just in, Democrat Governor J.B. Pritzker, one of a group he belongs to, is literally now begging for mercy to Texas Governor Greg Abbott to stop busing migrants to his state, or illegals if we don't BS and sugarcoat. This is the governor in question, mind you. What is this? If no one can tell the existence of neck, that's an indication you need to lighten something. In your case, both calories and your wallet. Remarkable. Abbott is simply giving Pritzker what he asked for, considering in 2021, Pritzker signed a bill making Illinois the most welcoming state in the nation for illegals. While action is pending at the federal level, I plead with you for mercy for the thousands of people who are powerless to speak for themselves. You mean like the imbeciles who voted for you? Actually, that goes twice for those who didn't. Please, while winter is threatening vulnerable people's lives, suspend your transport and do not send more people to our state, he begged. The begging from Pritzker comes as the O'Hara Airport in Chicago has practically become a migrant camp. I know it's O'Hare, it's just funny to say it that way. They never learn. This right here. This is the epitome of why I want to fire democracy out of a cannon into the sun. It baffles my mind how people can say, oh, you get what you voted for, and what about the people who didn't vote for this kind of bullshit? Am I the only one who thinks the concept of allowing morons to wreck the lives of everything around them and them having to learn their lessons in order for society to grow and stabilize and improve is an utterly fucking insane way to run a civilization? And then people wonder why I detest universal suffrage. Shall I consider you a gimp if you don't join me? No way in hell would any king survive this without losing his head, mind you. He'd have to declare war because this is clearly an invasion. Oh, but democracy, we'll just vote our way out of this. You have to be freaking kidding me. They never learn. Evidently, neither do you people, because I consider this a failure of everyone involved. Many things annoy me about this, the main one being these stunts accomplish absolutely bugger all. In a democracy, everyone is focused on short-term gains and looking good, essentially playing own the libs on the twatter with the taxpayers' money. Everyone is focused on playing politics, and half the time I feel like I'm the only sane one in the room who looks at this BS overall asking, what the hell are you idiots hoping to achieve with all of this bollocks? Like, I'm serious. Remember when Ron DeSantis did this with Martha's Vineyard? Oh, he looked strategically brilliant to send a handful of illegals to a place where they were shipped away in a hurry, the story quickly forgotten, and he set all political gains and credibility on fire by running for president, and proved so boring he is now bested by Clintonian twin with even less freaking personality. No sane person can look at America and think this isn't an embarrassingly dysfunctional shit show. What did that stunt achieve in the grand scheme of things, really? Other than further funneling illegals into the country and ping-ponging them around the place like a bunch of frickin' pinballs. Anyone have any idea where those people are right about now? No, because they served their purpose. They were pawns. And read that tweet like it's the fine print. While action is pending at the federal level, I plead with you for mercy for the thousands of people who are powerless to speak for themselves. That doesn't say stop them in general. That just says stop them for now. Presumably while someone is selling Jerome Powell to keep the Fed's money printer cranked in 6. And I was on with Uzulu last night, and man, I strongly disagree with the bloke. These publicity stunts do nothing. That argument of, oh, it's good to expose hypocrisy. Exposing hypocrisy doesn't do jack shit. That's bollocks, and I'll tell you why. The hypocrisy angle is this assumption that people learn from their mistakes and will change accordingly. This is democracy. That never ever happens. People are stupid. The masses are dumb. They don't need to be consulted. They need to be led. Again, H.L. Mencken, democracy is the pathetic belief in the collective wisdom of individual ignorance. A wise statement indeed. If you try to make the claim that showcasing their hypocrisy somehow demoralizes the plebs and stops them from voting, I could maybe buy that one. Close, but still no cigar. Secondly, the assumption of rationality behind the mechanism holds no water for me, primarily because look at the frickin' state we're in now. Here's my assessment of that one. The rationality angle is multifaceted, unfortunately. It's not as one-dimensional as one would like to think, because why people vote for certain things in people is not based on any single objective reality. Some people vote for factions, utterly unrelated to political reality, because to them it's part of a social identity, aka the party loyalist variety, which naturally is wide open for exploitation. Let's be real for a moment here, shall we? The kinds who do that are overwhelmingly everything that isn't of the heterosexual European male variety, which coincidentally is also why you find, in an absence of their influence, chaos and dysfunction, and doors coming off of bloody airplanes. This is the crap you get when you allow the others to vote, or if you're of my persuasion, allow voting at all. You've all seen the graphs of what voting tallies would look like if you broke them down by demographics. You all know the worst aspects of equality, meaning all of it by the way, is overwhelmingly favored by a group that has been systematically under lock and chain in any civilization across the human species. Why do you think that is, I wonder? And if you ask them why they should have a say in anything, the response will always be some version of, because I matter and I deserve to have a say. Entirely self-centered. No concept of what this would mean for the civilization at large. No. Why? Because again, they don't vote based on function, they vote based on feelings and virtue signaling. Self-reflection, taking accountability, capacity to admit fault and wrongdoing. You know, the opposite sex, these are not the traits of women. And I can say that because the ones who do have those skill sets aren't bothered by me speaking the truth. Heaven's sake, many of them are just as, if not more annoyed than the blokes are. I thought of a way to solve this dilemma. Let's do a thought experiment, shall we? We have two regions, all right? One region is run entirely by men, no women at all. So let's take some of the illegal women, no children of course, and we leave them with the men for about 30 days or so. And then we have another region, total opposite. All women, no men. So no men running security, no men running infrastructure, no men running any communication networks at all. In fact, let's turn them off for 30 days and send all of the illegal men there for 30 days. How do you suppose that would go down?
That would be fucking mayhem!
Oh, no it won't. You just need some social workers, because that's the kind of dumb shit you can ramble off when you're completely isolated from any consequences of your stupid fucking decisions. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.